Alright guys, so today we are moving on. We're done kind of practicing the ionic equation. We're going into something called percent composition. So breaking down the word, all composition just means what something's made out of, and percentage, you know what that means, it's a percent. So we're looking at what percent of something is made out of. So the process to do this is just like how I grade your stuff, your assignments. As I look how many questions you have, then how many questions you got right, place your total over how many you got right. So I am going to do a harder one. Ooh, I need to go back and reformat hope this one. Okay, so we have NH4 to S. So really this is NH4 2 with an S. So the first thing I need for this is sorry, give me a second. Ooh. I need to figure out the masses of all of them. I need to figure out my total mass of my element. So I have, and again, this is just molecular mass, same way we did that, or molecular weight. Again, break it down into how many elements you have, then how many of each. So do remember this 2 goes to both the N and the H. So I actually have 2 N's and 8 H's. So I'm going to put 2 in front of my N's, I'm going to put an 8 in front of my H, and then how many S's I have? I got 1. So next I find my mass of each. So for nitrogen, again on the periodic table at the very bottom, you see the mass is 14.01. Remember, round to 2 decimal places. Ooh. For hydrogen, our mass is 1.01. 1.01. Then finally, our last weight for sulfur, our S is 32.07. Alright, then I take them and I multiply and add them all together. So remember, I'm multiplying the parentheses to add them all together. So I got 2 times 14.01, or I guess I'll do it on screen. So 2 times 14.01 plus 8 times 1.01 plus 1 times 32.07. And my total mass is 68.17. So 68.17. So this is just part 1. It's like we find the total. So next we're going to put how much of each element weight we have over the total. So I need 3 of them. So I am going to put these off to the side. Number over 6.817, number over 6.817, and sorry, I'm going to do this one over here just because of space. Alright, so we'll do this one's nitrogen, hydrogen, sulfur. Sulfur is the easy one because we just have one of it, so our number over is 32.07. Alright, then hydrogen, we have 8 hydrogens, so we need to include all 8 of those hydrogens in the molecule. So 8 times 0.01 is 8.08. Hopefully you didn't use a calculator for that because it's 1 and 1. But anyway, 8.08, and finally nitrogen, we have 14.01. So we have 2 of them, so that's going to be 28.02. And now our final step, and this will get us our decimal, then multiply 100 and get percent. So I'm going to just do 28.02 divided by 68.17, and we end up with 0.41. 8.08 divided by 68.17. 11.9. Sorry, I forgot to do the sig figs. 4.1. And sorry, this is I'm getting ahead of myself. 0.119 Okay. And finally we got 32.07 divided by 68.17 is 47.0 or 0.470. Alright, and then to get them to percent, all you have to do is multiply them by 100. So we got 41.1% of nitrogen, 11.9% hydrogen, and 47% helium, or not helium, sulfur. Alright, and so that's all there is to it. So these problems you should never get one wrong, because if we're doing percents, they should always add up to about 100%. With some rounding issues, you'll probably get 99 or sometimes 101, but you should be between those three. So if we take a look, we have 41.1 plus 11.9 plus 47, and that gets us to 100%. Alright, so you got 4 more of these problems to do. So the really just confusing part is when you have that parentheses, make sure you're going all the way through. Make sure you give both elements you have, or however many elements you have, that number. Alright, but you guys are doing awesome. If you have any questions, make sure you email me.